Hello everyone. Today in the subject of medical microbiology, we are going to study about adaptability. So, main objective of this topic is to give you a brief introduction about adaptability and what is adaptability in reality is and how its structural configuration is and what does it do and what type of things are associated with that virus. And with the outcome of this lecture will be that you'll be able to understand adaptability, treatment, and prevention. How the diseases that are caused by adaptability can be prevented and treated. So, adaptability is a family of negative strand RNA virus in the order of Monanae virals. These are vertebrates including mammals and humans. So these viruses they have a specialty in infecting uh, um, humans and mammals. Vertebrates and plants serve as their natural host. Diseases associated with the member viruses include rabies, encephalitis caused by the rabies virus, and flu-like symptoms in the humans caused by vesiculovirus. So, one thing you must always understand that whenever you are having a viral disease, somewhat you will always have the very same type of mechanism and very same type of disease symptoms that you can readily observe among the individuals. Okay, so this virus not only causes rabies, but it also causes encephalitis and earlier. And rabies is a very ancient disease, and the disease caused by rhabdovirus traces its origin back to 4,000 years. And people left written records about the rabies disease. Okay, and we can trace back its history to 4,000 BCO. So this type of disease was really very prominent, and people used to die a lot because of this disease. And still, with the evidence of modern medicine, and still 60,000, 50 to 60,000 people around the world still die because of rabies. Right. So the name is right from ancient Greek rhabdo, meaning rod, referring to as to the shape of the viral particle. The family has 40 genera, most assigned to three families. So here you can easily see the structure of rhabdovirus. It has glycoproteins. Its length is around 170 nanometers and width is around 80 nanometers. Matrix is present in the lipid bilayer. Phosphoproteins are there. Large proteins are embedded into single-stranded negative RNA and nucleocapsid RNA that is single-stranded and RNA and ribonucleoprotein complex. These are the main functional unit of this virus. So this virus is very dangerous. It can cause a lot of death, and it used to cause a lot of death before the uh, invention of the vaccine. So, what is the general concept? Okay, the rhabdovirus are uniquely bullet-shaped. These viruses are extremely, they have the shape that looks like a bullet. They contain a negative stranded RNA genome and are very stable to dry. So, their negative single-stranded RNA genome is very much helpful. It makes them very much stable to the process of drying, and their shape is bullet-like. right? This group of viruses has a broad host range, but there is only one that affects humans. Okay, its family is really very large, but only one virus readily affects the humans. Viruses are generally introduced through a bite wound. So it is mainly introduced to humans with any sort of bite or wound, and where it can easily find its way into the human body. Distinctive properties. Viruses possess a lipid envelope displaying a surface glycoprotein that you have already seen in the image. And the RNA binding nucleocapsid protein surrounds the RNA genome. The viron itself contains an RNA dependent and RNA polymerase. So, this virus is having RNA polymerase also with it. During the replication, the virus first makes a short positive strand RNAs, that is known as mRNA, which is translated into protein. So this is the working mechanism of this rhabdovirus. Later on, what will happen? A full length of positive RNA is transcribed, and this is used to produce the full length negative strand RNA that is packaged into protein. So this is how its genetic material is transferred to the next generation significant structure. Here you can see the original image of electron microscopy that is displaying rhabdovirus. So what type of structure do they have, and what they do and how they look? The individual virus particle that is known as viron of the rhabdovirus are composed of RNA, protein, carbohydrate, and lipid. So the lactovirus in composition it is composed of protein, carbohydrate, and lipids. They have complex bacilliform or bullet shape. Okay, their bacilliform is very complex in nature. They might look like bullets. All these viruses have structural similarity and have been classified as single family. So the viruses who belong to this very same family, they all have a lot of structural similarities. Okay, so but what are those things that focus on a lot? The virus are about 75 nanometer wide and 180 nanometers long. When it comes to explaining its width and length, lactovirus are enveloped and have a helical nucleocapsid, and their genomes are linear. Okay, their genome is very much linear and negative single stranded RNA. It is around 11 to 15 kilobase pair in length. This is point to be noted, and it is having a very sleek and unique structure. So here you can see the intrinsic details. Rhabdoviruses carry their genetic material in the form of negative sense single-stranded RNA. They typically carry genes of five proteins: large protein L, glycoprotein G, nucleoprotein N, and phosphoprotein P, and the matrix protein M. So all these genes are required when the viral genome is inculcated into the host, right? So it is very much essential for the survival of the virus, so that it will enter the host, it will make its genome associated with the molecular machinery of the cell, and then it will produce its own parts. Then they are later on they are assembled and they escape out of the cell. So the sequence of these protein genes from the 3' end to 5' end in the genome is NPMGL, and this runs from 3 n to 5 n. And what this NPMGL represent? So they all represent nucleoprotein, phosphoprotein, matrix protein, glycoprotein, and large protein. So this is the main functional unit of rhabdovirus and how the things they function. Every rhabdovirus encodes for these five proteins in their genome. So these five proteins are essentially important for the structure of rhabdovirus. In addition to these proteins, many rhabdoviruses encode one or more proteins. First four genes encode a major structural protein that participate in the structure of the viral envelope. So here you can see the glycoprotein G, matrix protein M, phosphoprotein P, and polymerase is there, genomic RNA is there, nucleoprotein N, and ribonucleic capsid RNP. So all these things are the intrinsic part of the details, structural details of rhabdovirus. So the rhabdovirus packs its own mechanism of action in a very nice way, and its everything is very much organized and very much functional. The matrix protein M constitutes a layer between the virion envelope and the nucleocapsid core of the rhabdovirus. In addition to the functions of virus assembly, morphogenesis, and budding of envelope from the host plasma membrane, additional functions such as the regulation of RNA synthesis, affecting the balance of replication and transcription of products, was found, making reverse genetics experiment with rabies virus, a member of family Rhabdoviridae. So every time their structural components they do have their own functions, and this assembly is very much functional in nature. The large L protein or the large protein L has several enzymatic functions in viral RNA synthesis and processing. So what does L protein do? L gene encodes for L protein, right? Which contains multiple domains. In addition to RNA synthesis, it is thought to be involved in methyl capping or and poly adenyl and capping and polyadenylation activity. P protein plays important and multiple roles during the transcription and replication of RNA. So the P protein that is manufactured that it assists and help in the process of transcription and replication of the RNA genome of rhabdovirus, rhabdoviridae. The multifunctional P protein is encoded by P gene, right? So it is encoded by P gene. P protein acts as a non-catalytic cofactor of large protein polymerases. Okay, so P protein acts as a non-catalytic cofactor uh, of the large protein polymerase. It works in conjunction with large protein. It is binding to N and L protein. So it assists in the as a cofactor and as a binding factor for N and L protein significant. So P protein has two independent binding regions forming N and P complexes. It can keep the N protein in the form suitable for specific encapsulation. P protein interferes with the host innate immune system through inhibition of the activities of interferon regulatory factors P. So, what they are trying to do is to evade the host immune system and signal transducer and activators of transcription, thus eliminating cellular type 1 interferon target. So, with this mechanism, they are able to evade the host immune system. Also, P protein acts as an antagonist against antiviral PML function. Rhabdovirus that infect vertebrates, especially mammals and fishes, plants, and insects, are usually bullet shaped. However, in contrast to paramyxoviruses, rhabdoviruses do not have hemaculating and neuraminidase activities. So in this image, you can see the working mechanism of rabies. So how it spreads and what does it do in reality. So in this image, you can see how it spreads. Firstly, you must have uh, an animal bite, right? The farther away from the brain, the longer virus takes to spread. So animal bite, already the animal that is suffering from rabies has bitten, the host has been bitten by that thing, right? So what does it signify now? So the farther away the bite is from the brain, the longer the virus will take to spread in the body, right? Virus spreads through the central nervous system, particularly this rhabdovirus. So it is better to have a bite in the area which is farther away from the brain. So what are the common carriers of rabies? Right. So infected animals. So it is mainly transferred from animals to animals and especially infected animals. So no fear for humans and especially the animals, the wild animals, they do fear humans a lot, right? They are not used to what do you say, cohabitating with humans, and they fear humans a lot. But the animals who are infected by the rabies, they do not fear humans. Okay, and they also show no fear for humans, and they act very agitated and irritated. So, what are those type of animals? Bats, fox, cat, and skunk, and dog is also another very common rabies source. So, these animals they easily carry rabies, and if they have bitten you, then it can cause a lot of issue. Symptoms. What is the main symptom that humans show? What are those symptoms? Fever, depression, agitation, painful spasm, followed by excessive saliva. So this is the most common thing. If an animal is also suffering from rabies, uh, it would also be producing excessive saliva. Death within a week without vaccine. Okay, if treatment is not followed immediately, then the condition would be really very dangerous. Treatment, hospitalization, immunoglobulin injections, anti-rabies vaccine. So, foaming at mouth after drinking, producing spasm in throat. So, the individual also develops uh, hydrophobic scenario, fear of water. Fast facts on rabies. what are the things that are essentially important when you see rabies? Rabies is a viral disease that is nearly always transmitted by an infected animal bite. This is the first thing foremost you have to be very careful that you always have to stay away from unknown animals, right? And especially the animals who are producing a lot of saliva. And if you see them, you stay away from. Okay. And in general, you always have to follow this rule and this protocol. Anyone who receives a bite in a geographical area where rabies occurs should seek treatment at once. So, if animal has bitten you, so you should always be really very careful and always receive a proper amount of vaccination that is essentially required. So every time you should always focus on receiving the first hand treatment and vaccination whenever you can see the chances of getting rabies. For treatment to be successful, it must be given before symptoms appear. Okay, you should always receive the treatment before the real symptoms of rabies they start to occur. Symptoms include neurological problems and fear of light and water. So neurological disorders they start to emerge when fear of light and fear of water will appear. Following the vaccination, requirements for pets help prevent and control rabies. Get your pets also vaccinated. It is very important so that if accidentally they are going to bite someone, he or she will not have this dangerous proposition. Causes. Rabies infection is caused by rabies virus. The virus is spread through the saliva of the infected animal. Infected animal can spread the virus by biting another animal or a person. So this disease spreads from animal to animal, and if you see them in a general way, it is a zoonotic disease. Okay, now that is readily spreading in humans or from animals. So one must always make sure that to what extent they are exposing themselves to animals, and they should always have this habit of taking care of themselves. If animal has bitten you, right, you receive an animal bite, so you have to make sure that you receive the vaccine on the immediate notice. In rare cases, rabies can spread when infected saliva gets into an open wound or the mucous membranes. Right? In rare cases of rabies, spread when infected saliva gets into an open wound or mucous membrane. So you must see that whenever animal is biting you, it will create a wound. Then that infected saliva, if it enters your open wound or via your mucous membrane, then it will create a very big issue, such as the mouth or the eyes. This could occur if an infected animal were to lick an open cut on your skin. So, if the dog infected with rabies start to lick your face or anything like that, then its saliva can readily enter your body via mouth or eyes. So, it will also introduce your body to the rabies virus. So, rabies should be understood in a very significant manner, and it is already found in wild animals and animals like stray dogs and cats. Right, it is transmitted from animal to animal. Okay, if animal bites another animal or animal bites a human, the main thing is that fear of water or hydrophobia is there. Okay, agitated behavior, irritated behavior, paranoia, nervous system disease, okay, and brain inflammation because it readily affects the central nervous system, right? Insomnia, people will have difficulty in sleeping, And Louis Pasteur, readily when saw these things, he proposed the vaccine for rabies. And it is very important because earlier people used to die if some mad dog has bitten them. So, what is rabies? Rabies is a viral infection that mainly spreads through a bite of an infected animal. Okay, if that very particular animal uh, is having rabies and you got a bite from it, it is an RNA virus of the rhabdovirus family. So, rabies virus belong to the rhabdovirus family or the genre. Without early treatment, it is usually fatal, right? If you are not going to receive the treatment on the time, then it will create a lot of difficulty for you, and eventually it can very easily turn into a very fatal disease or fatal condition. The virus can affect the body uh, in one of the two ways. And what are those two ways? It enters the peripheral nervous system or PNS directly and migrates to the brain. So it will target your brain and it will enter inside your body via peripheral nervous system. It replicates within muscle tissues where it is safe from the host immune system. So the main property of rabies virus or retrovirus is that if you have been bitten by an infected animal, that very particular virus will move around your body and it will multiply itself. Okay, it will increase its number in your muscles. So it will try to enter your body through your peripheral nervous system and then it will target your brain. And before that, if it has entered in your inside your body, it will multiply itself where inside your muscles where it is fully protected by the immune system. From here, it enters the nervous system through the neuromuscular junctions, through the nerves, right? It will proceed ahead. Once inside the nervous system, the virus produces acute inflammation of the brain. Coma and death soon follow. So, this virus specifically targets the brain, and the activity of the brain ceases, and person starts to behave in a very indifferent and funny manner. There are two types of rabies: furious or encephalitic uh, rabies. This occurs in human cases. Okay, furious rabies. The person is more likely to experience hyperactivity and hydrophobia. Okay, actually, the person who has received such bite should immediately consult the clinics and should receive the vaccination immediately before the symptoms occur. Okay, so hyperactivity and hydrophobia. The individual not only likes water and becomes extremely active. Paralytic or dumb rabies. Uh, when paralytic attacks happen, and it is known as dumb rabies also. Paralysis is the dominant symptom. So, why these symptoms are very common, all are related to brain, because the rabies virus eventually is targeting the brain. So, how it is transmitted? Rabies is the most common in countries where stray dogs are present in large numbers, especially in Asia and Africa. In these countries, stray dogs are very common and they are found everywhere. So, rabies is very common and widely spread in these countries. It is passed on through saliva that you already know. The dog or the animal suffering from rabies will produce excessive saliva. Rabies can develop if a person receives a bite from an infected animal, or if saliva from the infected animals get into an open wound through a mucous membrane, such as through eyes or mouth. But it can also pass through unbroken skin. So, what precautionary measures are essentially required? That you always stay away from the animal who is having rabies or the symptoms of rabies. Prevention is better than cure. So, symptoms, what will happen? Rabies progresses in five distinct stages. Okay, so what are those stages? Incubation, prodrome. Prodrome means initial symptoms. Acute neurological period, coma, and death. So these are some common five distinct stages uh, through which the rabies pass through when a human is infected because of it. So incubation period. This is the time before the symptom appears. Right. It usually lasts from 3 to 12 weeks, but it can take as little as 5 days or more than 2 years also. So it varies. Okay, it can take 3 to 12 weeks also. Sometimes a time period of 5 days is essential, and sometimes more than 2 years. Okay, the next point is the closer the bite to the brain, the sooner the effect are likely to appear. So, the farther away the bite from your brain is, longer it will take to uh, affect you according to the symptoms. By the time symptoms appear, rabies is usually fatal in nature, right? So, by the time symptoms they appear, rabies is usually fatal. So, what does they signify? They already signify that rabies has started to affect you, and this condition is really very fatal, and nothing can be done now. So, it is your duty to receive the proper vaccination on time. Anyone who may have been exposed to the virus should seek medical help at once without waiting for the symptoms. So you have had such a kind of accident where you accept that you might have some rabies or some symptoms like that, but immediately go to the clinic or the consultant or medical consultant and receive the vaccination, or immediately receive medical help at once without waiting for the symptoms. Immediately go through. So, if you are going to take such steps, it will definitely save your life. Prodrome. Prodrome means initial symptoms. Early flu-like symptoms include a fever of 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit or 38 degrees centigrade or above. You are likely to develop headache, anxiety, feeling generally unwell, sore throat and a cough, nausea and vomiting. Discomfort may occur at the site of the bite. It can develop some itching and such kind of sensation. These can last from 2 to 10 days and then worsen over the time. So, prodrome means these are the initial symptoms. Okay, the rabies, it will start showing you the symptoms from this scenario, and later on it will keep on getting worse and worse. Acute neurological period, or neurological symptoms develop, including, so how the things are going to affect you on a neurological basis: confusion and aggression, partial paralysis, involuntary muscle twitching, and rigid uh, neck muscles, convulsions, hyperventilation and difficulty in breathing, hypersalivation and producing a lot of saliva, and possibly uh, frothing at the mouth. Fear of water or hydrophobia is very common due to difficulty in swallowing, hallucination, nightmares, and insomnia. uh, priapism, and permanent erection in males, photophobia, or a fear of light. Towards the end of this phase, breathing becomes rapid and inconsistent. Coma and death. If a person enters a coma, death will occur within a matter of hours, unless they are attached to a ventilator, because it is really very difficult to breathe in this condition. Rarely a person may recover at this stage. Why does rabies cause a fear of water? Rabies used to be known as hydrophobia because it appears to cause a fear of water. Intense spasm in the throat are triggered when trying to swallow. Even the thought of swallowing water can cause spasm. This is where the fear comes from. Excessive saliva that occur is probably due to the impact of the virus on the nervous system, because this virus readily disturbs your nervous system. If the individual could swallow saliva easily, this would reduce the risk of spreading the virus to the new host. Diagnosis. At the time of bite, there is usually no way to tell for sure whether an animal is rabid or rabid, or whether it has passed on an infection. Lab tests may show antibodies, but these may not appear until in the development of the rabies. So, uh, if your animal has bitten you, you immediately go and receive the vaccination. Okay, don't worry for all those symptoms or all those tests. You just go and have the vaccine. The virus may be isolated from saliva through a skin biopsy by a time a diagnosis is confirmed. It may be too late to take action. For this reason, the patient will normally start a course of prophylactic lactic treatment at once without waiting for a confirmed diagnosis. So, whenever you receive a bite, do not wait for the diagnosis. Okay, immediately go for the treatment. If a person develops symptoms of viral encephalitis following an animal bite, they should be treated as if they may have rabies or treatment. If a person is bitten or scratched by an animal that may have rabies, and or if the animal licks an open uh, wound, the individual should immediately wash any bites and scratches for 15 minutes with soapy water, uh, povidone, iodine, and detergent. This might minimize the number of viral particles. Uh, then they must seek medical help at once. After exposure, uh, before the symptom begins, a series of shots can prevent the virus from spreading. This is usually effective. Strategies include a fast-acting dose of rabies immunoglobulin, delivery as soon as possible, close the bite wound. This can prevent virus from infecting the individual. A series of rabies vaccine. Uh, these will be injected into the arm over next 2 to 4 weeks. This will train the body to fight the virus wherever it finds it. It is not usually possible to find out whether the animal has rabies or not. It is the safest. Uh, it is safest to assume the worst and begin the course of talks. A small number of people have survived rabies, but most cases are fatal in nature once the symptoms have developed. There is no effective treatment at this stage. Okay, once the symptoms they start to appear, then you cannot control the conditions. Okay, although if the individual immediately receive the treatment, then the condition is much more manageable. A person with symptoms should be made as comfortable as possible. They may need breathing assistance or ventilators. Risk factors. Factors that can increase your risk of rabies include traveling or living in developing countries where rabies is more common, including countries of Africa and Southeast Asia. Activities that are likely to put you in contact with wild animals that may have rabies, such as exploring caves where bats live or camping without taking precautions to keep wild animals away from your campsites. Working in laboratory with rabies virus, wounds to the head or neck, which may help rabies virus to travel to your brain more quickly. So, prevention to reduce your risk of coming in contact with a rabid animal, vaccinate your pets. Okay, cats, dogs, or ferrets can be vaccinated against rabies. Ask your veterinarian how often your pets should be vaccinated. Keep your pets confined. Keep your pets inside and supervise them when outside. This will help keep your pets from coming in contact with wild animals. Protect small pets from predators. Keep rabbits and small pets such as guinea pigs inside or in the protective cages so that they are safe from wild animals. These small pets cannot be vaccinated against rabies. Report stray animals to local authority. Call your local animal control officials for other local law enforcement to report stray dogs and cats. Don't approach wild animals. Wild animals with rabies may seem unafraid of people. It's not normal for a wild animal to be friendly with people. So stay away from any animal that seems uh, unafraid of you. Now, coming on to the MCQs, what we have learned, we will be discussing here. A virus is made up of a protein coat and nucleic acid, a protein coat and mitochondria, nucleic acid, a cell membrane, nucleic acid, cell wall, and cell membrane. So the correct answer is A, protein coat and a nucleic acid. The protein coat of viruses that encloses the genetic material is called uh, A, viron, B, capsid, C, papillomas, D, capsomes. The correct answer is B, capsid. Which of the following statements are true about a viron? A. Lytic phage, B. Lysogenic phage, C. The viral capsid, or D. An infectious or fully formed viral particle. Solution is D. An infectious and fully formed viral particle. Fourth, which of the following is the genome of virus? A. DNA, B. RNA, C. DNA or RNA, and D. DNA and RNA. The correct answer is C. DNA or RNA. Which of the following is the largest virus? Megavirus, arbovirus, herpes virus, mumps virus. The correct answer is megavirus. Which of the following statements are true about the capsomers? It is an individual unit of capsid. It is a viral protein for replication. It is a unit for of nucleic acid in viruses, or all the above. The correct answer is A. It is an individual unit for the capsid. Which of the following statements are true about performance? A. It is an individual unit of capsid. B. It is a spike-like projection on the envelope virus. C. It is a projection on the viral membrane. Or D. It is a spike-like projection on the capsid. The correct answer is B. It is a spike-like projection on the envelope virus. 8. Uh, an icosahedral capsid consists of A. Hexagonal capsomers, B. Pentagonal capsomers, C. Triangular capsomers, or D. Both and A and B. The correct answer is uh, D. Both A and B. Which of the following has a complex symmetry? A. T4 phage, B. Adenovirus, C. Influenza virus, or D. All the above. The correct answer is A. T4 phage. The viral genome is made up of dash A. Proteins, B. Glycoproteins, C. Lipids and proteins, or D. All the above. The correct answer is all the above. So these are the references from where we have collected the contents. And thank you very much for listening to my lecture. Thank you very much.